Good morning, everyone. Today, I want to talk about a harsh truth, a truth that almost no one dares to say out loud. 99% of people have no future. Now, before you get upset or confused, hear me out. This is not about judging people or condemning dreams. It's about reality. It's about the difference between dreaming and acting, between wishing and doing, and between living a life controlled by circumstances versus creating your own destiny. Most people wake up every day with hope, but what happens by the end of the day? They repeat the same patterns, the same habits, the same excuses. They don't learn, they don't innovate, they don't risk. So, what separates the 1% from the rest? What gives a few people a real future, a future they control? A future full of opportunity, while almost everyone else just drifts. Most people live their lives trapped inside what I call the comfort zone, a place that feels safe, familiar, and predictable. But that comfort is not freedom, it is a cage. The comfort zone lulls you into a false sense of security, convincing you that you are okay where you are, that there is no need to push harder or take risks. It is easy to stay in this zone because it requires no effort, no change, and no challenge. But here is the truth. Nothing grows in the comfort zone. No future is built there. When you stay comfortable, you stop learning, you stop growing, your skills become stale, your thinking narrow. You begin to accept limitations as permanent, and slowly, your dreams shrink to fit the boundaries of what feels safe. This is the silent trap that catches 99% of people. They wake up every day, go to their job, repeat the same routine, and convince themselves they are working towards something better. But in reality, they are running in place. Real progress, the kind that shapes your future, only comes when you step outside that comfort. When you risk failure, when you face uncertainty and challenges head on. It is in the difficult moments, when you try something new, when you say yes to opportunities that scare you, that growth happens. You learn new skills, you develop resilience, and you expand your vision of what is possible. Think about the most successful people you know or admire. What do they have in common? They are all risk takers. They didn't build their future by sitting safely inside their comfort zones. They dared to face discomfort, to fail, and to start over. They understood that failure is not the enemy, stagnation is. Without pushing boundaries, you remain stuck, no matter how talented or smart you might be. There is also a dangerous habit that grows inside the comfort zone, the habit of excuses. When you never challenge yourself, you find plenty of reasons to stay where you are. I'm too old. I don't have the money. I don't have time, or I'm not ready yet. These excuses are safe. They protect you from risk, but they also kill your future. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple. Successful people don't wait until conditions are perfect. They take action despite the risks and challenges. I want you to ask yourself honestly, what comfort am I holding on to that is stopping me from moving forward? Is it the comfort of a steady job that doesn't inspire you? Is it the comfort of familiar routines that don't challenge you? Is it the comfort of safe ideas and old beliefs that limit your potential? Once you identify what holds you back, you can start to make different choices. The future belongs to those who embrace discomfort, who learn to love the process of growth even when it is hard. Because the truth is, life is uncomfortable for everyone. The difference is some people choose to grow through discomfort, while others shrink back into their comfort zones and slowly lose their chance at a meaningful future. So, if you want a future that is bright and full of opportunity, the first step is to leave your comfort zone behind, take risks, fail forward, learn every day, because your future is waiting on the other side of discomfort. Knowledge alone does not create a future. Many people spend years studying, reading books, attending seminars, or watching countless videos, yet their lives remain unchanged. Why? Because education without action is like a car without fuel. It looks good on the outside, but it doesn't move you forward. The world does not reward those who accumulate knowledge without applying it. It rewards those who use knowledge to create value, solve problems, and improve themselves every day. There is a big difference between learning and doing. Learning is important, but if you don't take that knowledge and put it into practice, it is wasted effort. Imagine a person who reads about how to start a business but never launches one, or someone who learns a new skill but never uses it to make money or build a career. This is the trap of passive education, thinking that just by knowing something, the future will automatically be better. The future is shaped by those who take responsibility for their own growth, who are not afraid to experiment and make mistakes. They understand that action creates feedback. When you do something, you learn what works and what doesn't. You gain experience, which is more valuable than any book or lecture. Without action, knowledge remains theoretical, and theory never builds a future. This is why many people get stuck. They are constantly preparing, waiting to learn more, waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for the ideal conditions. But life doesn't wait. The future belongs to those who start with what they have and improve as they go. The most successful people don't know everything at the beginning. They learn by doing, adjusting, failing, and trying again. Another important point is that learning must be purposeful. You can't just collect random facts or skills without a clear goal. The knowledge you gain must align with the problems you want to solve or the opportunities you want to create. When your learning is intentional, you become focused and efficient. You use your time and energy wisely, building the skills and understanding that truly matter for your future. Action also builds confidence. When you take small steps every day, you start to see progress. This progress motivates you to keep going. It creates momentum. On the other hand, if you just learn passively, confidence fades because you don't see real results. You feel stuck and your future grows dimmer. Remember, many successful people have failed multiple times because they acted despite not knowing everything. They didn't wait for perfect knowledge or perfect timing. They jumped in, learned fast, and kept improving. They understood that the gap between learning and doing is the most critical step on the path to success. So ask yourself, how much of what you learn are you actually putting into practice? Are you using your knowledge to solve real problems, to build skills, or to create value? Or are you waiting for the perfect moment to start? The future will not come to those who only prepare. It comes to those who act. Don't just fill your mind. Fill your life with purposeful action. That is how you turn education into a future. The future belongs to those who solve problems. This may sound simple, but it is one of the most powerful truths you can understand. The world doesn't reward those who complain or wait for things to get better on their own. It rewards those who take responsibility, who see a challenge and decide to fix it. If you want a future that is full of opportunity and success, you must train yourself to be a problem solver. Every business, every industry, every community has problems. Some are obvious, some are hidden, some are big, some are small, but they all exist. The question is, will you be the person who sees those problems and looks away? Or will you be the person who steps forward and asks, how can I make this better? The latter group is the one shaping the future. Think about the great innovators and entrepreneurs. They didn't succeed because they had the best ideas at first. They succeeded because they understood what people needed, what problems were hurting their lives, and how they could create solutions. They focused on solving real problems that mattered. When you do this, you create value, and value is what drives the future. Many people get stuck because they look for success in the wrong places. They want easy money, fame, or comfort, but these things come and go. What lasts is the ability to solve problems consistently. When you become known as someone who can fix issues, improve processes, or create new opportunities, the future opens up to you naturally. Solving problems requires a mindset of curiosity and resilience. You have to be willing to look closely, to question why things are the way they are, and to imagine something better. This is not always easy. It means you must be comfortable with uncertainty and failure. Because the first solutions you try might not work, but each failure teaches you something important, bringing you closer to the answer. This is why many people fail to create a future. They give up too soon. They see problems as obstacles to avoid rather than opportunities to grow. If you want to be part of the 0.01% who have a future, you must train yourself to embrace problems, to persist, and to keep innovating. Another important part of problem solving is collaboration. Sometimes the problems are too big or complex to solve alone. Surround yourself with people who think differently, who bring new ideas and perspectives. Together, you can create solutions no one else can imagine. The future is built not by isolation, but by teamwork and shared vision. Also, don't wait for the perfect problem to solve. Often, the best opportunities come from small, everyday problems. These small solutions can grow into big successes. Start where you are, with what you see. Look for ways to improve your work, your community, your relationships. When you solve small problems consistently, you build a habit of success and create a foundation for a brighter future. So, ask yourself today, what problems do I see around me? What small or big issue am I ignoring because it's uncomfortable or difficult? How can I become a person who doesn't wait for someone else to fix things but takes the lead? The truth is, the future is not a place you wait to arrive at. It's something you create by solving problems today. The more problems you solve, the more valuable you become, and the more control you have over your own destiny. That is how you move from the 99% with no future to the few who shape the world. Resilience and persistence are the true engines of a future worth having. Talent, luck, and opportunity all play their parts, but without resilience, the ability to keep going after failure, and persistence, the refusal to give up, your future will be fragile, uncertain, or even non-existent. Many people believe success comes quickly or easily, but the reality is far different. The people who create a future, who change their lives and the world around them, are those who endure the toughest storms and keep moving forward. Every success story you hear is full of failure behind the scenes. Countless moments when things didn't go as planned, when doors slammed shut, when hopes were crushed. The difference is not that these people never failed, but that they never stopped. They saw failure as a teacher, not as a verdict. They understood that every setback was a lesson, a chance to grow stronger, wiser, and more prepared. If you want a future, you must build the mental strength to face rejection, criticism, and hardship without losing your vision. When you fall, get up. When people say no, find a way to say yes. When the path is blocked, find another route. Persistence is a muscle that grows with use. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. Resilience is also about mindset. It's about believing deeply in your purpose and understanding that the journey will be difficult, but the destination is worth the struggle. When challenges come, and they will, you won't be paralyzed by fear or disappointment. Instead, you will see obstacles as temporary, as opportunities to innovate and adapt. Unfortunately, many people give up just before their breakthrough. They quit after the first or second failure, or even the 10th. They let discouragement take over, or they compare their beginning to someone else's middle. This is why 99% of people have no future. They stop trying too soon, but those who persist find a way. They rewrite their story every day, building momentum one step at a time. Persistence is not just blind stubbornness, it's smart determination. It means learning from your mistakes and adjusting your approach without losing sight of your goal. It means being patient but also being urgent, acting every day to move closer to what you want. This balance is the secret power of people with a future. In life and business, the challenges you face are often outside your control. Markets change, technologies evolve, relationships shift, but your response to these changes is completely within your control. You can choose to give up, or you can choose to be resilient, to adapt, to learn, and to keep pushing forward no matter what. Another key to persistence is surrounding yourself with support. No one builds a future alone. Find mentors, friends, and colleagues who believe in you and encourage you when the road is hard. Their support will fuel your resilience when your own strength feels low. So ask yourself, when was the last time I gave up too soon? How can I build my persistence muscle today? What small action can I take right now that will move me closer to my goal, even if it's difficult or uncomfortable? Remember, your future is created by your ability to stay in the game when others quit. Resilience and persistence don't guarantee instant success, but they guarantee that you will never be forgotten, never be left behind. Keep going. That is the path to a future few ever reach. In today's world, technology and change are moving faster than ever before. This is not a future you can wait for or ignore. The people who fail to adapt to new technologies, new ways of thinking, and evolving markets will be left behind, no matter how talented or hardworking they are. The truth is, the future belongs to those who are flexible, open to learning, and willing to embrace change as a constant part of life. The biggest mistake many make is to believe that once they have learned something, they are done. But the world doesn't work that way anymore. What you know today might be outdated tomorrow. New tools, new platforms, new ways of working appear constantly. If you are not ready to learn and adapt, you will quickly become irrelevant. Your skills will lose value, your opportunities will disappear, and your future will shrink. Change can be uncomfortable. It can be scary. It requires you to question what you know, to try new things, and sometimes to unlearn old habits. But this discomfort is necessary. It is the gateway to growth. Those who embrace change become stronger, more innovative, and more prepared for what lies ahead. Look at the great companies and leaders who succeed today. They are the ones who have built cultures of agility and continuous learning. They don't resist change, they anticipate it. They experiment with new ideas, technologies, and business models. They know that standing still is falling behind. If you want a future, you must develop this same mindset. Don't wait until you are forced to change. Be proactive. Seek out new knowledge. Try new tools. Stay curious about what's coming next. When you see technology or market shifts, don't panic. Instead, ask yourself, how can I use this to my advantage? How can I learn faster than others? How can I be a leader in this new environment? Being flexible also means being willing to change your goals and plans when necessary. Sometimes the path you thought was right may no longer be the best. That's okay. The future is not a straight line. It's full of twists and turns. The key is to keep moving forward, adjusting as you go, and never being afraid to pivot. Many people fear change because they think it means losing control or failing. But the opposite is true. The more you accept change, the more control you actually gain over your future. You become the person who decides how to respond, who leads innovation, and who creates opportunities instead of waiting for them. Remember, the future is not about being perfect today. It's about being adaptable every day. It's about learning, how to adjust, and how to reinvent yourself constantly. This is what separates the 1% from the rest, the ability to evolve faster than the world around them. So ask yourself, am I ready to change? Am I ready to embrace new technology, new skills, and new ways of thinking? Or am I clinging to the past, hoping things will stay the same? Your answer today will decide your future tomorrow. If you want to build a future, don't just accept change. Chase it. Make it your ally, because in this fast-moving world, those who adapt will survive and thrive, while those who resist will be left behind. Your future is not just about what you know or what you do. It is deeply influenced by the people you choose to surround yourself with. The company you keep shapes your mindset, your habits, and ultimately your destiny. If you want a future filled with growth, opportunity, and success, you must be intentional about who you spend your time with. Many people don't realize how powerful their social circle is. If you surround yourself with people who doubt your dreams, criticize your ideas, or avoid challenges, their negativity will rub off on you. Slowly but surely, you will start to doubt yourself, lose motivation, and shrink your vision for what is possible. This is how the 99% without a future stay stuck. They let their environment limit their growth. On the other hand, if you surround yourself with visionaries, risk takers, and positive influencers, something remarkable happens. You begin to see possibilities where others see problems. You start to believe in your potential because you hear others believe in theirs. This kind of environment encourages learning, innovation, and resilience. It pushes you to be better every day. Think about the most successful people in history. Almost without exception, they were part of strong communities that challenged them, supported them, and inspired them. These were not people who simply said yes to everything, but those who asked tough questions, held them accountable, and pushed them to grow. Being around people like this forces you out of your comfort zone and into your future. Also, remember that influence works both ways. Just as others impact you, you impact them. Surround yourself with people who want to grow, and you become a leader in that group. Your energy, ideas, and habits will inspire others, creating a powerful cycle of growth for everyone involved. This kind of network is invaluable. It opens doors, creates opportunities, and builds resilience when challenges come. Sometimes, this means making difficult decisions. You may need to distance yourself from old friends or colleagues who no longer align with your goals. This is not about abandoning people, but about protecting your future. If your environment is not helping you grow, it is holding you back. Finding the right circle also means seeking mentors and role models. People who have walked the path before you and can guide you through challenges. Mentors offer wisdom, encouragement, and perspective that accelerates your growth. Don't wait for mentors to find you. Seek them out actively. Learn from their experience and use it to avoid common pitfalls. In the digital age, this is easier than ever. Online communities, forums, and networks connect you with people around the world who share your passion and drive. Take advantage of these resources. Join groups that inspire you, attend events where you can meet new people, and always be open to building relationships that challenge and support you. So, ask yourself, who am I spending the most time with? Are these people helping me build a future, or are they keeping me comfortable in the past? What changes can I make to surround myself with those who push me forward? Your future depends on your environment. Choose wisely, nurture those relationships, and watch how your world changes. When you are surrounded by visionaries and doers, you become one too. And that is how you step out of the 99% and into your future.